Right, good evening everybody. We're here live for CityLiga round 6. Almost everybody is on the track for their 15-minute qualify. 2.5 minutes already passed. Is everybody on the track already? I need to restart the InSim as well. Sorry for that.
Hello from me as well.
I only have to do that once.
Looks like there's 19 drivers today, and I can't tell you who is on track and who isn't.
Yeah, I see now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 46, 19 people on the track.
Yeah, everyone is on the track now. So today, as you can see, we have a combo of MRT5 on a Fern Bay Gold, which is a combination, like very killer combination for this car. Stiff suspension, low carb, high curves, you can flip easily, and if you get stuck into the wall, this car of course has no reverse gear, and then in that case your race is over, most probably.
Yeah, I've read in the specifications of this race that Shift P is not allowed.
It is, and now I see that Mikiewicz already breached that rule, so his qualifying is over without even setting a single lap time. And now
Yep.
he's spectated. That's what happens to when you don't read the rules.
Maybe you've read it, but
Well, yeah, who knows?
Admin with his rainbow colors is really strict today, as
It
usual.
is, it is strange. Maybe Dom is in support of the gamer age.
No, it's just rules are rules. So yeah.
Well, Mikiewicz got also warning for chat because he posted a smiley face, as you probably saw. So that's one little more trouble for him. So far, there's 5 minutes gone from this qualifying session, and in the first place there's Winkler, ahead of Ronald and Super D. The leaders of the championship are much further down the field, like, no, well, Troy was 15th, but now he's third after this lap. Kapal is 17th so far, but I expect he will improve. And Pete is 5th. Laszlo Kovac is 18th, but also with a very bad lap time. So let's see how this goes further.
Winkler has the fastest time. He's still on the track. We're now with him on board.
And looks like really solid lap again. In qualifying, sorry, in practice we saw times below 120 and 9. A lot were, damn it, my vocabulary. The times were in low 28s, and so far it's best time 29.08. I still expect it to improve. There shouldn't be any wind, so it's perfect conditions for everyone. By the way, as I already said, this qualification is 15 minutes long, and there are 2 races today, 2 sprint races. Each one of the races is 23 laps long, And second race, in the second race, the top order will be swapped, and it will be somewhere between 8 and 12 drivers, depending probably on the draw. I'm not sure though how will the starting grid order for second race be, because it's not written in the schedule. So I don't know if it's based on qualification or on the race one finishing order.
Did you notice that Ronald took the fastest time from Winkler, and also Pete moved to second position now with his time in the 1:28.8 zone. We're still with Winkler on board.
Indeed, while I was talking, something started to happen, and it's good.
Maybe the viewers are wondering why we have two tables, one table on the left and one table on the right with actually the same data. But that's because I'm not sure yet if I configured everything correctly, so. Anyway, we have Winkler going across start finish in a moment. It's going to beat his time, is he going to set better time? Yes, he moves to second place. Takes that position over from Pete. And you were mentioning something about sprint races and managing grid and stuff, I think, because
yes, I was.
there will be a reversed grid the second race, but the amount of drivers is being decided by a dice, I've read. So they throw a dice and then they say, okay, this amount of drivers are going to be reversed from the finish result.
Yeah, it's like, guys, let's go play a blackjack.
Yeah, well.
But the problem was that I didn't find if the starting grid order for race 2 will be based on qualification or on race 1 finishing order. So
I think it's on race 1 finishing order, but yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
yeah, it would make more sense, but we'll have to wait and see.
We will see.
Indeed.
Winkler still didn't improve his best time. Let's see what Pete is doing. I need to get used a little bit to the camera controls. We have a rear view camera which we're going to use in the race, and sometimes I accidentally click that button. And I think our autocam is off. Maybe we should set on. Then we can see people driving on the grass, like Menza, for example. We go back to Pete. Press the wrong button again. speed going across start to finish. The top 3 is still the same. Doesn't improve while Troy crashes into the wall. He can recover, but that crash was quite rough.
I hope this is his last one today. But he's got some damage to front suspension, so still has 2.5 minutes left in the qualifying. So we'll see if his car is still capable of doing better times.
With this damage,
He's pitting.
To repair, yeah. You can do 1 flying lap still, I think.
Yeah, no problems. I think the repairs shouldn't take that long, so he should be able to start 1 more lap just in time.
Let's use our oh shit, that was the wrong button. Now I lost. Now I lost that camera.
Oh no.
I will fix that.
Okay, I will just go through the overall standings, because in the last race the winner was Winkler, who is 4th overall. Ahead of him are Minkiewicz, Morvai and Troy, so Troy should at least improve his qualifying time, so he has better chance of attacking his rivals in the championship battle. There are still 4 races remaining, and top 10 is in 200 points, which is basically still in contention. The difference between first and second is 12 points. 12 points behind is Troy, and the 30 points behind Troy is Winkler, and Speed, Kapal, Ronald, Sharka, Kubinji, Asko, and so on and so on.
Is Troy going to make it before the qualify ends?
Yeah, I think it's safe. It's 15 seconds, and there's plenty of time.
Yes, maybe 5
seconds left.
Plenty of time, you say.
It is relative. But first guy in the qualifying order, Ronald, already spectated, so he will not improve. His time of 28.70. Winkler is only 100 of a second behind him, but he spectated as well, so the guys behind still have chance of improving fast and get ahead of him. As more and more guys are spectating or finishing the qualifying, there's no significant improvements. Oh, Kubinji improved his time by 900 of a second and moves to 5th place ahead of Kapal. But Kapal improves as well and goes back to 4th position, 400 of a second ahead of Kubinji and 100 of a second ahead of Space. So it's really tight out there.
There are still a lot of people on the track.
And Troy is crossing the line now, and he improved to 7th place, just below 129. And the session is now officially over. Chat is open.
Yeah, everybody. So I can fix my camera then.
I think we can bring in Troy for a short interview. So
okay.
As in last race, we have Troy and the team speak, and we will interview him during the race as we see fit.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, Troy.
Hello,
Hello,
Troy.
yeah.
Say hello to the people in the stream.
Hello to the people on the stream. If there is anybody, of course.
I think there is, but just a short, I don't know, question. Just a quick question. How did you see your qualifying, and do you think it could be better?
Well, I guess in the end I have to be happy with even competing in qualifying, because in my warm-up lap, give me a second, there's some people talking on the other tiers.
Yeah, no problem. Just
Okay,
go
now,
on when you're ready.
yeah, I'm incredibly lucky to even compete in the qualifying, because in my warm-up lap I completely forgot that there was the Shift P rule, so I warmed up my tires, the spin, and didn't really care about into halfway into the spin, and then I noticed, oh crap, if I strand in the wall or somewhere, I can't rejoin. So I somehow managed to keep it not out of the wall, but facing in the right direction. So I scraped the wall at around a 20 to 30 degree angle and somehow managed to get it back. So it was a really big scare right in the beginning. And then in my best lap, I looked at the split and then I lost the car. So that was quite fun too. And then in the end, I at least got a so-so lap in. Wasn't good because I could have been at least a tenth or so faster. But yeah, I'm
It's okay, but I think you have the pace as always for the top three, so we will see how you go. It was a not good start, not good beginning, so I hope it was the last bad luck you met today.
Yeah, well, it's mainly about finishing today, I think, because it's so easy to just throw the car away, get big damage, or not being able to continue at all. So yeah, first finishing, then position.
Yeah, of
Let's see what
course.
happens.
So thank you for the interview. The luck lab is coming soon, so we will talk to you later.
Okay, see ya, guys.
See ya.
User was moved out of your channel.
So while we were talking to Troy, the announcement that 2 minutes until lag lap, so the practice start will happen just under 1 minute, as we noticed just now, and the normal start right after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to block my shift key with something, so I cannot hit that accidentally when the race is going on. I think I managed to do that.
Yeah, I also apologize for my bad commentary today, because something is not right, so I will try to drink more and loosen my tongue a little bit.
Okay. Well, you sound not different than normal to me. But the race is going to start, so yeah.
Well, this time is the lag lap, so don't
Just
be surprised if something terrible happens. The drivers are now going, and we hope nobody spins out of control and out of the track, which would mean complications for the grid and probably delay. So far everyone is reasonable, no problems, even in the chicane. In the chicane I expect a lot of trouble during the race, spins and crashes. Well, somebody spun, it's Marcel and Matti, but they are safe, nothing bad happened, and we can go racing really soon. Oh, there's even Asko upside down. That escalated quickly. And we are off to the proper start.
Yeah, I was testing my stationary cameras also a bit, or our stationary cameras. It's it's okay. Okay, here we
It's
go.
good to know. The red lights are on, and they are off, and the drivers are underway in the race one of tonight's meeting.
Everybody.
There's a spin behind. There's a spin in the back. Some drivers crashed. It's Big D and Savilakso, who obviously dropped to the back of the field, but ahead of them is clean-ish. Menza is off track, but he's back on.
Yeah, there was also contact between Katila and Mikovic.
Yeah, Mikovic starting from the pits after his qualification fail when he pitted, when he shouldn't. He's now on 4 positions already in 15th place.
We switched to the leader of the in the race. That was Ronald. Moved to second place. Winkler is in front.
And there also must have been some trouble for Kapal because he was starting from 4th, but now he's 11th.
We have 2 times the. I need to switch that off. Sorry. Display. I forgot to.
Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot to switch something off, but it's now off. We got a double position list. Anyway, we have Kovac and Super D having a very mild contact. It was not serious.
Yeah, they had an interesting fight into turn 1, but Super D lost his position to Kovac.
And Savilasco cut it a little bit of the track. Well, not really cut it, but he was on the grass.
Yes. Coming on the bridge, 3 wide, Katila, Mikovic and Mati. This is really close, but
Yep.
Mikovic cuts under them and overtakes both in 1 turn. So he has contact with Mati. Everyone is safe. Everyone managed to hold on the track. Mikovic up to 13th position. And again, contact between Katila and Mati. Everything seems to be okay. The drivers are risking so far because every contact is potentially race ending with this car.
Yeah, while Savilasco again was out of the track. It's really difficulties to control his car. So there's a lot of fighting going on in the back, but how is it going in the front? Well, we have.
And I can answer that. Closest battle in the front is between Kubinji and Troy. It's for 5th and 6th place. Troy is really close behind Kubinji, and now he's in his draft on the bridge, closing in and going out of the slipstream and probably taking the position safely. He goes a little bit wide, and Kubinji is back on the inside again. So they swapped position and it's back as it was before.
Yeah, I was just wondering where Cabini was, but he's back in front indeed, yeah. So let's see that from Cabini's car. Oh, while we have Marcel and Cartila having a touch with each other. We are back with Cabini, Troy on the left. It's difficult to get that both on camera. I experienced.
Looks like Troy finally made it, stick, and he's in 5th position.
Yeah, let's see that from the back.
There's a small train forming behind them. It's Super E and also Kovac. And Kubinji is not giving up, definitely not giving up. He's in the slipstream, but on the outside, coming into the next turn after the bridge. He's ahead already, just before the braking zone, so Troy just plays it safe. He probably knows that if he would fight him, the other drivers would catch up, and he could lose more time.
Yeah, I'm practicing with cameras a bit. Between Coutinho and Troy to get the battle on the screen. But I need to use the TV camera because the sometimes need to use the TV camera. While fastest lap is being set by Pete.
And that's his second fastest lap in a row, so he seems to have the best pace out of everyone. He's 7 tenths behind Ronald, and 1 second and 8 tenths behind the leading Winkler.
Coutinho seems to gain. Let's see how Pete is doing, and the rest of the field we have Ronald and Winkler driving in front of Pete. Behind Pete is Space and then Coutinho. Most of the field is still quite close to each other.
Yeah, I'm also surprised that nobody flipped yet, because I expected a lot of that.
We have Zarka and Migovic, both driving for the same team. Quite some contact with each other, and there was a kart flying and there's a crash. Zarka and Marcel crash against each other. It seemed both can recover, although I think Zarka has a lot of damage. No, he doesn't go to the pit.
Zarka has a lot of damage in his front and also in the rear. Marcel, though, he was lucky, almost untouched. So Sharka is the less lucky guy in this collision. He will most probably have to pit for repairs. So that is race over.
I'll race over.
Well, basically, yes.
Better to finish than...
Yeah, of course, but if he pits, there's no chance he will gain any position unless somebody else retires.
It's better to finish than not to finish, right?
Of course.
And who is driving there all the way in the front? Is that Winkler? Yes, that's Winkler. Winkler gained a lot of ground.
Something happened to Ronald because Pete and Space just overtook him.
Let's switch to Ronald.
Yeah, while we were not watching, Ronald probably made some mistake or Pete forced him into one because he was really close. He has the pace, Pete, and the overtaking maneuver is really coming soon, but Ronald is not giving up. He's fighting with Space and it's really... Oof. Now comes Kabinji and he overtakes both of them on the outside after the first split. Our Troy joins in as well.
Driving 2x2.
This is crazy. What is happening? There's a big draft train, so what happens now? Troy is pulling out of Space's draft, while Ronald is trying to overtake Kubinji. Ronald goes wide, Kubinji cuts back, while Troy overtakes Space and is up to 5th position. So that was busy half of a lap. But Ronald is drafting again. He's pulling out of Kubinji's draft again. Braking late, going over the curb, almost making Troy ran into him and doesn't gain anything.
We're going to watch it from a space point of view.
Yes, he's the best viewer of this parade.
Ooh.
Ronald
Yes,
goes wide and Troy goes through. Also Space overtakes or tries to overtake Ronald and he goes through as well. So Ronald's mistake in the braking zone costs him another 2 positions. He goes from 2nd to 6th in 1.5 lap.
We have BMW out of the track, but he can recover. We're switching back to Ronald on board.
He's dropping like stone. Another 2 drivers right behind him and Super D going for the overtake for the pass.
I think he lost concentration a bit. What happened here?
Yeah, that loss of concentration cost him a lot.
Space apparently hit the barrier a little bit. But I think it was really a minor touch. Anyway, we're back with Ronald on board. He is going to lose contact with Space. Maybe it's better to switch to Space, the onboard camera of Space. Zarka repaired his car. Took him 38 seconds.
He's just ahead of the leader, so he will probably be lapped very soon.
Menza is a little bit off the track. That was not that important. Well, we're going to watch Troy, because Troy is now really close to Cabinho. I think he's going to do a move. No, he's lifting. So he waits.
Yeah, I think these guys will not have a break during this race unless something bad happens.
Seems that Troy is sliding a bit there in that corner. Gives the opportunity for Cabinho to move away a little bit.
As we can ask him soon after the group is a little bit stretched out. We can bring him in and ask him why the lifting.
Well,
Do you even lift?
It's your choice. I'm too scared to do that. Well, we have Super D. Super D was out of the track for a moment, but it was not important.
I'm not bringing Troy in right now because that would be too risky for him.
Yeah, he's gaining also again. The gap is closing up. Right, Cabinho. Let's see if he is going to make a move this time or not. No, he's lifting again.
Yeah, but he's doing the right thing because they are at least pulling away from the group behind them. Space, Ronald and Super D. It's almost 1 second now. It is 1 second. 1 second behind them is Space, and 2 seconds and 4 tenths behind is Ronald.
Corbini was losing it a little bit, and Marcel completely lost it. Apparently to the log he was against the wall by turning into that corner, but he can recover from his little incident, and he's on his way again. Back to Troy. Start and finish.
Still lifting.
Zarka is messing around. Pete is also a little bit off the track. Yeah, it's a little bit.
Kubinji is jumping the curbs in the chicane like crazy, and I don't know how he does that, because I would expect the car to lose grip and spin, but somehow he made it work.
Maybe Troy tactic is to make Kabinju nervous that he makes a mistake, while Kovac has a little incident with Ronald. Again back with Troy. Although that fight with Ronald and Kovac looked interesting as well. If Troy keeps lifting and waiting, then we're switching to a different part of the track.
Sorry, there was contact between Kovac and Super D. Kovac is defending with using every inch of the track he can to defend, at least a little bit cleanly.
Troy is lifting again, so we're going to see what Kovac is doing.
Still defending. Super D is on the outside. He's a little bit ahead of him, but yeah, he overtakes him on the outside.
Yeah. We have Menza out of the track, not interesting. What?
Savilaxo spectated for some reason.
There was contact between Pic D and Savilaxo, according to the log.
Oh, maybe he's the first casualty of today's race.
Pete is off the track, losing time there. We're trying to follow the battle between Kovac and Super D, but he gets interrupted all the time because other drivers are going to start to make mistakes. Anyway, we're back with I wanted to say Super D and Kovac, but we are again further down the field with Kotila and Mafi, who are.
Meanwhile, Kapal has caught Kovac as well, and he's overtaking him on the start-finish straight on the inside next to the next turn. Braking a little bit later, locking up his front wheel, but yes, he's ahead in 8th position.
What happened to Kovac?
He made a mistake at the chicane exit. He lost a little bit of time, so that's his fight with Kapal over for now. But really, there's stuff happening all over the track. There's fight with Mati, Katila, Mikiewicz, then it's Asko and Menza, and Kapal closing on Super D, Troy and Kubinji all the time, closing on Pete in 2nd position. So
yeah, but Troy stays behind Kubinji. He's doing that on purpose for some reason.
yeah, that's what I thought, because they are not losing time fighting each other. Instead, they are helping. They are both equally fast. And they are catching up speed. They're less than 1 second behind him.
Yeah, maybe Troy is thinking I cannot catch the second position where Pete is driving or the first position of Winkler because the gap is too big. Let's stay behind Kubinyi and get him in the last lap of the race or something.
Well, Winkler is in the overall championship standings. He's fourth position, 30 points behind Troy. So Troy will, if Troy is aware of that, he will maybe try to minimize his loss in this race. And he can do it just. I think he's doing the right thing now because we are past the halfway of the race. It's the first race. He can still be second.
We are on board with Capel, but Capel is not really coming closer to Super D. So let's go a little bit back in the field with Asco and Menza. Menza was again a little bit on the grass, losing time, so Asco can come closer.
No chance in this part of the track though.
Kovacs is upside down, he lost and he joined spectators.
It was just half a second of yellow flag for Menza and Asco before he spectated. So it was just lucky for them, they didn't run into him.
That happened where we were watching Asco and Menza. Yeah, he was on the grass too much before the long straight in that corner. He basically lost control of his MRT and flipped the car. While Mikovic and Matthew had a little bit of contact with each other, but it doesn't look that serious. People who watch carefully see a number in the middle in between of the contact. The higher the number, the more heavy the contact was. Well, we have Marcel again out of track, and Cabinho also, but Cabinho Marcel is really stunting now. He's now on a different part of the track on the grass.
Menza spins.
Yep.
Menza is off on the first split, losing positions down to 14th place.
That's a little bit weird because the tires take a lot of time to heat up, and you expect that that the drivers in lap 16 out of 23 now have warmer tires, so more grip instead of less grip.
Oh yeah, but this track is too fast for this car, so the tires will not even heat up, even if they are the softest compound. There's a problem with this car because it should have a softer compound, but it's not implemented in the game yet, I hope. And maybe in the future, but as it is now, since like 2005.
Troy is being overtaken by Space even. I don't know what happened with Troy, but he lost completely contact with Cabinho, and Space is trying to overtake Troy now also, to make the drama for Troy even worse. But Troy managed to keep in front of Space. I don't know what happened there.
Space was closing in somehow on Troy. He managed to make some fast laps.
Troy was all the time behind Cabinho. There we go. Space is right next to Troy. I think. Let's see it on the TV cameras.
He's on the wrong side.
He's on the outside, yeah.
Troy safely holds the 4th position.
Oh, and we have Mikovic and Muffy again. But Mikovic can recover. Almost went wrong.
Contact.
Yeah, there was just a minor contact, but it was enough for Mikovic to get his MRT a little bit out of control. Almost spun into the wall, but
that's what I said just early before or in the race. That every minor contact can be a race ending for you because this car is so unstable.
and the viewers might have noticed that Marcel has repaired his car. Took him 19 seconds. And Marcel is second to last. Sarka still in the last position because he also needed to repair his car. Yeah, officially it's a car, but you can also say it's a cart. But not sure how to say.
That's Formula Student officially.
Formula Student.
Built for competition, which is organized for colleges, who can build their own car, design it, use engine of their liking, of course, within some rule set. I had opportunity to sit in one of these, and it's so small you can't even. I couldn't put my long legs into it.
Yeah, what can I say about that?
Well, we have 5 laps remaining in this race, and things have stabilized a little bit. There are some small gaps, but no fights in the top 5.
Yeah, we have Winkler comfortably driving in the first place for like 15, 16, no more laps already. Ronald dropped quite a bit. He had pole first position for 2 or 3 laps. Dropped all the way back to 6th place now. Yeah. And then we are driving Convenient Troy and Space in between, which is on the camera still.
Also, it looks like Kappa finally caught Super D, so there's another opportunity for a good fight in the end of the race.
Yeah, good spot.
Kappa is 6th overall in the championship standings, so not a good race for him right now.
Ooh,
but
he's coming really close now.
Wow.
Yeah, he needs to lift a little bit. You cannot overtake in this sector.
Really risky. If you're not Valentino Rossi, of course, because if you saw last weekend's race.
The outside.
You can do it all in the outside. He's still side by side with him. And not this time. Yeah, not there, even also not here. Oh, Winkler runs wide after the chicane, but he's safe. He's got big gap right now. It's how much? 8 seconds, over 8 seconds ahead of Pete.
Yeah, who's driving there in front? Is it Zarko, who is almost a lap back? I think so.
But what I wanted to say that Kapal is in good position in case if he holds the 8th position, he can start from front in the next race. Of course, if the starting order is based on this race finishing order.
But he wants 7th position. He's on the inside now, compared to last lap.
He probably doesn't know how the switching or doesn't care.
Yeah, in the end it is just racing, so if you can gain a position, you can gain a position. But I thought he overtook Super D, but he is again on the back of Super D.
But now he's in a draft. He will try to get alongside, which he does right now, and we'll see how late he breaks. He's already ahead. He doesn't even have to really try. For now, he's in 7th position. 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, Space was a little bit off the track, so the camera switched right after Capel overtook Super D. And we have Matthew stunting there. Menza also out of the track. And we have BMW again against the wall. He was earlier spinning also in the race, but he can recover.
Nobody around, so we can do it. He has plenty of time.
What's happening with Capel and Super D? Where is Super D? There was a mild contact between them, but
I mean, you don't watch them for 5 seconds and they already do something. Something happens. But the order is the same, just Super D lost a little bit of time, it seems. Meanwhile,
fastest lap by
Winkler improves his fastest lap, 28.75.
Let's go back to Ronald. What's Ronald doing here? Ronald is behind Space, but
he doesn't have the time. It's just over 1/2 of the lap remaining, and he's 4 tenths behind him. No draft for the bridge straight. Really no overtaking spaces after that, so overtaking places, so maybe he breaks late. Meanwhile, Winkler takes his last turns in this race, looking to safely finish in 1st position. And he crosses the line right now. He's the winner of 1st race of this night. 2nd will be Pete. 3rd is Kubinji. 4th is Troy. 5th is Space ahead of Ronald. 7th is Kapal, just 600ths of a second ahead of Super D, who had run on him on the start-finish straight. So it was really close. Then it's Katila, Asko, Mikiewicz, who starting from the last position finishes in 11th. Then it's Big D, Mati, Menza, BMW, Marcel and Sharka. That's the full running order of the race 1. and
Yeah.
we are slowly getting prepared for the second race.
Marcel already joined spectators and rejoined the track. That's why his lap count is resetted. And the race ends. So we now get a shift of
Yeah, it will be interesting how will the dice be rolled.
yeah, there will be a shift. The top 12 drivers. Okay.
So I rolled 2 dices, and it was 2 sixes, and it's the driver on pole position.
So the admin Dom throw.
It will be pick D. It will be pick D. Second will be Mikiewicz, then Asko, Katila, Super D, Kappa, Ronald, Space, Troy, Kubinji, Pete, and 12th will be winner of the race 1, Winkler. So this will be exciting because Winkler starting so far down. It will not be easy.
Yeah, apparently admin Dom throwed a double 6 with 2 dices. Otherwise he cannot get 12. So for some people who doesn't know what's going on, this session of CityLiga we have 2 sprint races instead of 1 long race. 2 sprint races basically mean that there are 2 short races. And yeah, part of the grid who finished in the first race is being reversed for the second race. That's what's going on right now.
So we still have a little while, so I will bring in Troy for short after first race interview.
User was moved to your channel.
Let's see if he can
he's-
hear us.
He's still busy chatting a bit in German. Could be you saying that he was really sweating when
He's here.
He's here, and he's ready for our answers. So we saw you fighting with Kubinji a lot. You were lifting. So why would that? Why did you do that?
Well, simple reason really, because when we started fighting, I knew that Pat has about the same pace, and when we started fighting, we lost so much time. So I decided to stay behind to try and gap the guys behind, because there was a really big group behind us, and falling behind in that group would have been madness, I guess. And I saw that Pete was making mistakes every now and then, so the gamble was basically to catch up to him and then try to attack. But shortly before we finally catched up, I made a stupid mistake, and then yeah, the whole plan got shattered, because then you could see that we pretty much both did exact same times, because I couldn't catch him anymore. I lost like a 10 for 2 with the mistake, and then I just couldn't get up to him anymore. So yeah, the plan was to attack in the end.
Oh, you just confirmed our speculations which we had during the race. So shame it didn't work out. But do you think you could finish better, or how did you see it?
Yeah, I think so, because as I said, somewhere around 2/3 into the race, we were really close to Pete, and then I made a stupid mistake, and I think well, with a bit of luck, we could have catched Pete, and then everything would have been possible. But yeah, in the end, I'm really happy with the place, because what did I start, 8th or something, and going up to 4th without making any huge mistakes was okay, I guess. And now the reverse grid race will be madness, I'm sure.
Yeah, it will, because top 12, it's the least expected thing, well, at least for me. So good luck. It will be really hard. And hope you finish well.
Thanks a lot. See ya, guys.
Good luck.
User was moved out of your channel.
So we have 1 minute until lag lap of the race 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
And honestly, I wouldn't bet on anyone, because right now, as the order stands, anything can happen. The race is relatively short, long enough for, let's say, Winkler to fight through, but probably not long enough for him to pull some magic lead like he did in the first race.
Who are you talking about now, Winkler?
Yeah.
He always has some trick on his sleeve, so this is a lag lap again, so this is not official start.
But we can see already how they might line up until in the first corner. What might happen? And Kapal stays right in first race.
Some crashes, some people out of the track. Yeah, but this was not the official start, so everybody can relax.
The restart should be coming any second now. And it's happening. Yeah. So again, 19 drivers on the grid for the second race.
We're waiting on the yellow lights or the red lights.
They are coming up.
And it's green, and we're away for the second sprint race.
So Piggy from the pole position holding the lead ahead of Mikiewicz. Then it's Asko, Katila, Super D, Kapal. No problems in the midfield where the leaders of the first race are. Winkler holds 12th position. Behind Kubindi and Pete, who is lagging a little bit. So I hope that's no problem for him further in the race. Space makes contact with Ronald, and now Pete overtakes him.
Ooh! We have there. I think it's Winkler. Who was that?
He got lucky. He lost some position, but he got just clipped. He got some damage on the left, but nothing serious. I saw Space. I was just watching from Pete's perspective, I think, and Space was next to him on the inside, clipped the barrier on the inside of the track, and then there is what happened. He maybe lost the control a little bit, made contact with someone else. Not really good situation, but it couldn't be really avoided at that point.
Oh, okay, sort of again.
Oh, and Pete spins. He tried to bump draft Kapal, but instead he lost control of his car. Because Kapal was slow on the chicane exit, and he didn't want to lift. So
yeah, but it was not only Pete, it was also Ronald. Ronald was taken into the drama, I think.
Yeah, I just noticed there are only 18 drivers this race, so somebody's not starting. Somebody didn't start.
I don't know, but maybe the lagging of Pete has something to do with this incident. But yeah,
Yeah,
cannot.
I think that's a big possibility
It's
because
just a rumor.
initial,
Wow.
sorry, the initial lags he had. Oh, someone spin again. It's Sharka.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say.
Sorry.
Well, it's okay. Zarka had contact with Marcel, and he is again unlucky. Last race he was driving on the back, and Zarka is again driving in the back.
Winkler is already coming through and up to 8th position ahead of Cabal. So he's working his way very fast. Now he has a group of 7 drivers ahead of him. First is Troy, and Big D, Kuwinji and so on, up to Mikiewicz, who is still leading the race.
Yeah, but that gap is quite big. He is now on the stream. Winkler has to cover, how much is it? 3 seconds, I think?
Yeah, and
3-4
Cabal is not
seconds.
giving up, of course, because he wants a piece of this good position, some points.
Beat of the action, but we are with Troy on board, who's gaining on Big D. Chooses the inside. Right next to each other.
And he's still
And moves in front. Yeah, I think he's through. He's looking at Big D.
he has to defend for another corner, but I think it's so for now it's safe to say that he's through.
Yeah. Definitely looks like it. We're going to watch how Cabinho is doing behind Jake Attila. On the straights, right next to each other. I think he's already in front, yeah. Cabinho moves to 4th position.
And Troy loses the position again because Big D got some good run into the first turn.
Big D was already in front of Troy.
Yeah, but Troy was ahead of Big D for a while.
Oh.
Just a half lap ago.
After search, yeah, we are back with Cabinho. Only for a short while because Marcel and Capel had a little contact, but
yeah, Capel made a risky move on Marcel into the turn before the first split. And it looks like it paid out.
maybe not because Marcel. Oh, and we have a car. It's again BMW.
That's the worst thing, apart from flipping, that can happen to you in this car, because no reverse gear means race over, stuck in the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he can recover, so we're back with Cabinho and
He already spectated.
Super D. While the leader was on the grass. Oh, now a lot of things happened there. Capel out of the track and Big D and Matthew is out of the track. It's one big chaos. The camera cannot keep up anymore. Or actually it can keep up, but I cannot keep up with what's all happening. No idea what happened there.
Well, I saw Mikiewicz clip the tires in the chicane. Maybe they flew off into the racing line. But I didn't see it either.
I'm not sure if that Big D report was yeah, Big D dropped all the way to the back. It's now Super D in front. Okay, this is really confusing for me.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is happening at once. I can't cover it all. I'm switching between cars like crazy.
Super D is in 3rd position, but he wasn't there, as far as I know. How did that happen? No idea.
No idea, really no idea. Troy is now overtaking Asko, going up to 5th position, and also making fastest lap.
Maybe Super D was all the time there in third place and then got mixed up with Big D.
Yeah, Big D also dropped into last position.
Let's switch this off. Menza is out of the track. Yeah, certainly something happened between Big D and what was it? I think, yeah, Matthew. But yeah, was too much information to process for a human being.
Troy is now defending from Asko, but Asko breaks very late, goes a little bit wide, and I think he will stay in sixth for now.
Yeah, but the camera now is on Menza's base, and I think that's Kovac driving there in front. Oh, we have Pete out of the track again.
Not his finest race. He was 5th overall in the standings before tonight's event. This will surely cost him a little bit.
It's getting a bit difficult for me to track what all is going on. I have 2 screens even, but that doesn't help me that much. Oh, and we have Pete again, Pete and Matthew against each other, and Matthew is even. Where did Matthew go?
Oh, this is pit stop. Here we'll have to pit. It's suspension damage.
Who? Pete?
Matthew,
yeah. Yeah, that crash was quite. He was flying against the barrier. It was a really rough crash. Hard crash. Anyway. On what can we focus? Let's see what Troy is doing. Oh, and then we have Kovac out of the track against the barrier. Every 10 seconds something is happening. Kovac is...
Somehow people avoided him. Meanwhile, Matti spectates for whatever reason it was.
And disconnected, yeah. While we have Ronald on the grass. Really a lot is happening. Super D, a little bit out of the track, not much.
Winkler already overtook Asko, so he's up to 6th position and looking to overtake Troy and Katila, who are just half a second ahead of him. And I think this will be probably just a matter of time. Troy is in Katila's draft though, trying to find some space to get on the inside, but he couldn't, so he's on the outside for the next turn. And he stays there, and he has better exit.
Ooh.
And he's
there was
ahead.
a little bit of a touch there.
So that worked out very well for him. Katila is bumping him from behind, but...
Wow, it was a quite risky maneuver. It could have ended disaster, but yeah. Oh, and we have Marcel out of the track against the barrier, but he can sort of recover. Yeah, he can recover. He's back on the track.
This is totally crazy, because all that I have expected from the first race is now happening in the second one in a much bigger scale.
We have 3 wide here now. Winkler, Troy. Troy is in front, and who's there on the back? It's Asko, I think.
No, it's, the third one is Winkler. But Katila spins. Oh, and takes Winkler with him. Katila spectates, and Winkler is losing time and positions.
Ay. We have Menza out of the track again.
Really, what is going on? Everyone was so calm in the first race, and suddenly they all lost everything. Everyone lost it. So Winkler is down to 10th position now. I think his chances for winning this race are over because he's too far back. Mikiewicz is already under the bridge while Winkler is just right and now crossing the second split. It's 15 seconds.
Don't underestimate the German, especially not Winkler. Winkler never gives up.
But I think it's safe to say that he won't win this one.
Winning maybe not, but yeah, we have to see how much he can recover from this crash.
Indeed.
Troy is all of a sudden having much less pressure on the back, driving on its own, while Super D was a little bit out of the track and Zarka and Kovac had a little bit of contact with each other, but it was very minor, only scored 4 on the context scale. Back to Troy, he's driving alone. Let's see what's happening behind Troy with Kapel, Ashko and Space.
I think we have a little bit of time to bring Troy in and ask him about his view on this situation because it was really crazy. So I will just wait a little while until he's out of the first chicane, and then I will bring him in.
Okay, risky, but okay. No, he cannot do that because he has his microphone muted. He's switched to another channel.
He has hotkey assigned for it.
You think?
It was last race, so
okay.
I think he will be able.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
So here we go. Troy, you don't even know how lucky you were in the first turn when you won the fight between Winkler.
I know this.
It was crazy because everything got down south right after that.
Yeah, the CMR space hit the wall just on the inside and I couldn't do nothing. And I hit him in the back and then yeah, everything beyond.
Yeah, also
just chaos.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to say because suddenly you were ahead. Luckily you were ahead, but the guys behind you, they were all spinning and lost. Do you think? How do you see your pace right now?
Well, I think it's enough for Super D, but further in front depends if Kubini manages to catch up. But yeah, the times are so close together, it will even be hard to get up to Super D because depending on, yeah, as I said, if he does make mistakes, then I should be able to catch up.
Okay, well, I know you're really busy behind the wheel, so I see you're safe in 4th position for now, so I hope you at least hold this one, and good luck.
Thanks.
User was moved out of your channel.
While we had a major crash between Marcel and Space, Space's MRT is pretty much garbage now. All wheels are completely out of order. He was flying into the air. Oh, what is he doing?
He goes into the barrier. I think he's done.
He needs.
Maybe he's trying to limp in the pits, but
he needs to go full lap there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was Marcel in Space and the third and Ronald as well, I thought. Or it was Kovac, I cannot remember. Yeah, we are now watching how Space is trying to get back to the pit. That's going to take a while, so we switch back to, I don't know, Troy? No, Marcel. Marcel is, I don't know. Marcel apparently had contact with Winkler.
Well, Winkler is now attacking Mensa or the other way, but I assume that Winkler is just going through the field back up. Now in 8th position with 11 laps remaining. The next guy in line ahead of him is Ronald, just 2 seconds ahead. There's an interesting train just behind Winkler because Mensa, Marcel, Pete, Kovac, Sharka and Big D, they are all close behind each other. So we can expect some action here. Meanwhile, Space finally makes his way to the pits and he will be left, but he will be able to continue. And Kubinji already behind Mikiewicz, so this is fight for the lead.
Good spot. He's on the inside. Let's switch to the TV camera. And he does it already.
Yeah, he makes it a really short battle. I don't think Mikiewicz will be able to recover.
Oh, we have Troy a little bit out of the out of bounds. Kovac and Pete had a little touch. Back to Mikovic and Kubinyi. Let's switch to the onboard of Mikovic. Let's see if he can stay close to Kubinyi. You have no trust in that, but oh, somebody is spinning. Who's this?
It looks like
Big D.
Big D. Yeah, he lost it. He was last in the train, last of the unlapped and not lapped cars. And now he's last. Oh, he's not last. He's 14th, but he lost the track position and Kovac is off. Kovac is off and he was in the barrier. There must have been some contact with battle going on.
Yeah, he's already back.
Yeah, his
back
car
racing.
seems okay though.
Sorry for the high amount of switching, but yeah, we're back with Mikovic, but he seems to lose ground.
Yeah, he doesn't have the pace to really hold
Keep up.
Kubinji.
Keep up with Kubinyi, yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bit slower, not that much, but Kubinji can take advantage of that.
I tried to focus on Troy, but yeah, again the camera went to Kovac because Kovac was out of the track a little bit again. Anyway, we're with Troy on board.
There was also a fight between Ronald and Asko, and for now Ronald goes to 6th position. Behind them, still close between Sharka, Marcel and Pete, but no fight going on.
Yeah, we will see what happens with Ronald and the rest of that of the field there in a moment.
Yeah, Winkler is already with them, so Winkler will probably be attacking Asko on the start-finish straight just now.
Okay, let's see that. Yeah.
And he does it. And he's on the inside, and it should be easy business for him. He's already ahead, even before the braking zone. So he's safely through into 7th position.
then he can attack Ronald in 6th place. But Esco is not giving up that quickly, I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think he will give him trouble for a while because he's in his draft, but eventually he will lose it.
I'm not sure. Winkler was...
made a little mistake.
Yes.
Into the dirt.
But he can hold it. He can hold it.
And he's already gone. Asko lost the draft, lost the contact, and I think Winkler will now just disappear from his view. It's like watching Mercedes in Formula 1.
Troy is right next to Super D, he's on the inside, probably is, he's already in front of Super D. Move to 3rd place, Troy.
Okay, that's nice, that's good for him. It was a very good pass and good for his championship points. Next is Mikiewicz, who was initially he was almost 4 seconds ahead, but now it's just over 2 seconds. So Troy has over 6 laps to try and catch him up and maybe pass him.
We are back with Winkler on board. The gap between Ronald and Winkler is considerable at this point, but
honestly it's disappearing. It's really smaller and smaller with every turn.
who are you talking about now?
A bit about Ronald and Winkler. The gap at second split was just over 6 tenths of a second, and we'll see how it is on the finish line. It's half a second, so 1/10 down. And Winkler is doing his business in posting fastest laps, one after another. Now it's 28.82.
Oh, you said that the gap is getting smaller and smaller.
Yes.
I was thinking that you said that Ronald was getting smaller and smaller.
Maybe when he downgrades to MRT4.
I mean, out of sight of Winkler. Pulling away from Winkler. But it's the other way around. Ronald is getting bigger and bigger because Winkler catches up to the back of the MRT now.
It's on.
He's lifting, so I think he waits until start finish to overtake Ronald.
He's not even trying now. Yeah. He knows what to do, he knows where, when and where he wants to do it. So he just does it. He's prepared, he's in the draft. Ronald defends, but Winkler finds the space on the inside anyway.
It was a nice move.
So up to 7th position, after all his trouble, I think it's good result because, oh sorry, I mean 6th position. Kaplan in 5th is 9 seconds ahead, and with 5 laps remaining, I don't think he will manage to catch him.
Somebody is... Oh, no, not. Somebody was timing out, I thought, but the bar went down again.
Yes, it was actually Winkler, but I think it was just momentarily. Oh, Ronald tried to overtake him on the outside. I think there was a little
Yeah.
contact.
Ronald is fighting back. Doesn't give up that fast, but now he loses a little bit. I think Winkler is away here. What else is going on? We have Combinu driving in front on first place, comfortably in front of Mikovic in second, then Troy, then we have Super D and Kapel. Everybody can see that, of course, on the list.
Yeah,
But
Troy is still closing on Mikovic. Last lap it was 4/10 of a second faster than Troy, faster than Mikovic. So 4 laps remaining and 1.5 seconds for Troy to catch. So maybe we still have 5 on our hands.
I put the camera on board of Troy, but I don't think he can manage to drive this big of a gap down if just 4 laps. But there's not much, all of a sudden, not much going on the track anymore. So yeah. Although, who's this here? Zarka and Menza. Pete Menza and Zarka.
Well, don't ride of Troy yet, because now he was 7/10 faster in the last lap and it's just 1 second.
Okay, we'll see what Zarka is going to do on Menza, and then we switch back to Troy. Zarka chooses the inside on start finish, and I think he is moving to 10th place. And Menza drops, of course, back to 11th position.
And Troy is really pushing it hard. He's faster, even faster than the leader. Just a little bit slower than the fastest guy on the track, who is Winkler. And we are closing in to the end of the race. It will be 2 laps remaining on the line, and we will see how the gap is right now. It is just 6/10 of a second.
2 laps remaining. Troy almost flying through that chicane.
He's really on it. He even made his personal best in this race in the last lap. Now it's second split of the penultimate lap and it's 3/10 of a second, so before end of this lap Troy will have Mikevic's draft, and I think he will try to overtake him in the first turn. This will be biggest opportunity for him, then only one more at the bridge. So let's go, let's see how he does.
We're entering the left lap. I think he doesn't have enough. Yeah, maybe he goes on the outside. It's going to make it on the outside. I don't think so. He
Oh,
does
he
it.
squeezes Mikiewicz. He makes it through into second position.
Unbelievable that draft can make such a big difference.
Yeah, good job, Troy, because how he managed to pull that gap in just a 5 laps, I think, that was big. Mikiewicz is not giving up yet. He will try to fight back right now on the bridge. But
They're looking to each other.
I think he pulled out of the draft too soon, so he didn't have the speed, and Troy stays ahead. And also there was a change behind these guys because Kapal is suddenly 4th, and Super D is 5th. So something happened there, but we don't know what happened.
I'll pick D had some problems, went out of track.
I mean Super D.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't matter now. Kubinji is the winner of this race. Troy is 2nd and Mikiewicz 3rd, completing the podium. 4th is Kapal, which is really good for him after a terrible start he had in both races. 5th is Super D, 6th is Winkler after all his trouble. Also a good result. 7th is Ronald, ahead of Asko and Sharka. And it's Pete, it's closely followed by Mensa, and Marcel, Kovac, Big D and Space, who is 1 lap behind after his pit stop. So that's 15 drivers finishing this race, which was a lot more crazier than the first one.
Yep.
And we already have reactions from 3 drivers, 4, 5, 6. Everyone thinks this car sucks.
Okay, well, what can I say about it? I think this car is pretty nice, but yeah, it's a tricky car.
It is, but surely it delivered a little bit of more drama than we are used to with other combos.
Well, I'm also more used to one long range and not 2 sprint races. It's yeah, 2 short sprint races. It's not my thing. I can understand why the admin team wants for such a risky car to have 2 short sprint races, because you then have better chances as a driver to have at least one good result. But yeah, I more fancy the longer races, the normal races, and the next race is going to be, as far as I know, on Blackwood with GTR cars.
Yes, it is exactly as you said.
But the FXR is not included in that. It's only the XRR and the FZR.
Yes, and starting this midnight, there's also grid qualification number 3, the last one in this season. So if you are not already qualified for CityLiga, you can take advantage of that and qualify for your respective grid, maybe even into grid 1, and we might see you next race on the stream. The combo is, as Dave already said, FZR and XRR on Aston Historic.
Oh, Aston Historic, okay.
So it's nice combo for these cars, really spectacular.
I said Blackwood, but I was confused with I think the Christmas Endurance then. But Aston Historic, yeah, that's a good track for the XRR and FZR. Long track, lots of space. Let's see what happens then in 2 weeks' time.
Indeed.
The the CityLiga server is switching to the new track and the new cars. So it was nice to have you here again tonight
Oh,
with me,
sorry
Kit.
to interrupt you, Dave. I was
Yeah.
just bringing Troy for one last interview if he's
Okay.
available.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
Troy.
Hello,
Hello!
Troy. For the last time today, I think you had a really great race because we were not expecting you when you were so far behind the second place to actually catch Mikiewicz and overtake him, but you did it.
Yeah, well, to quote Felipe Massa, I'm getting too old for this. The heart attack territory was great.
Yeah, you were pushing so hard. I thought you can even make the fastest lap. It was really close.
Yeah, I was basically doing PB pace for the last 4 or 5 laps, just constantly below the 29s. And I basically I already gave up because I saw the laps dwindling down and I just couldn't get close enough. And then, yeah, I guess you saw it. Just in the right moment, I got the slipstream and managed to pull away.
Yeah, I just thought you will have two opportunities into turn one, then on the bridge, and then it would be settled, but you made it. So good job.
Yeah, I knew I had to do it in T1 because on the bridge you can always defend somewhat because if you're on the inside there, you can kind of make it work. But yeah, was great. Lovely stuff.
Okay, congratulations again, and thank you for coming to us today, and hopefully see you next time.
Thanks a lot. See ya, guys.
Goodbye.
Good evening. Bye bye.
So that was Troy, and this was me and Dave, and
Yeah.
thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe if you watch the stream back, yeah, nice that you viewed it, and we're going to make a new one in 2 weeks. So yeah, for now, have a good evening, and see you all in 2 weeks.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye bye.